Several times in the Bible, we see a reference to a land flowing with milk and honey. For example, in Exodus chapter 3, verse 8, it says, "And I will come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians, and to bring them from that land into a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey." So here the Lord promises the Israelites a land flowing with milk and honey. And this is a very good thing for the Israelites, because, of course, with regards to they were enslaved in Egypt for several hundred years, and then they are sentenced to wander in the desert because of their disobedience. So, of course, there's no water, and there's no really good subsistence in the desert. So they're once again they're looking to this promised land that the Lord has promised them, and He says numerous times that He will provide this land for them. So what's the big deal about this land flowing with milk and honey? Well, according to the Lexham Geographical commentary on the Pentateuch, it says that milk products like curd and cheese were a staple in Israelite diets. So of course, this would have been a part of their daily dietary regulations, that the milk they would consume. But this milk, of course, would not necessarily come from a cow's milk, but instead it would come from the goat. We can know this to be the case if we look in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 27. It says, "There will be enough goat's milk for your food for your household, and nourishment for your female servants." So, of course, here the goat's milk was, like I said, a staple of the Israelite diet. Now, with regards to the honey issue, of course, the honey would be, just like today, it's used as a sweetener. And honey could have been found all through the land of Canaan with regards to the honeybee colony. So, if you will, we have the milk being a staple of the Israelite diet, and we have the honey being a luxury, if you will. But what does it mean for it to flow with milk and honey? Well, it's not in the typical sense we would think. Why do I say that? I say that because, with Egypt, they had the mighty Nile River where it would flow and it would water Egypt. But this is not the case with regards to Canaan, because it would only flow whenever the Lord made it rain. And we know this to be the case if we look in Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 13 and 14. It says, and pay attention to this, it says, "If you carefully obey my commands I am giving you today to love the Lord your God and worship Him with all your heart and all your soul, I will provide rain for your land in the proper time, the autumn and spring rains, and you will harvest your grain, new wine, and fresh oil." So, like I said, this would only flow in that sense whenever the Lord made it rain through the people obeying the covenant that they were given. So basically what it means for a land to flow with milk and honey is that you will have the items you need, and you will also have luxury items, as long as, in this context with regards to the Israelites, as long as they kept the covenant that they were given at Mount Sinai.